everyone. I'm Sheldon Barlett-Rumer, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. It is always a pleasure to chat with my dear friend. I'd love for him to reintroduce himself, his first and last name, and what he's up to.
Sheldon, I'm Bezich, men's health advocate, contributing writer to phillyvoice.com, and of course, the author of Crack the Code, 10 Proven Secrets that Motivate Healthy Behavior and Inspire Fulfillment in Men Over 50. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so good. We are doing our best to get ready for this holiday. And I know that you have some insight as it relates to men's health as we get closer and within the holiday season. What are we talking about today?
Well, Sheldon, as we just were talking about offline, we're approaching the peak of the holiday season. And, when it comes to men and particularly men over 50, there are a lot of expectations, right? There's a lot of sense that we've got these masculine norms that we've got to fulfill, whether it's the lights, the tree, shopping, whatever the case might be. And, it's important to maintain our mental well-being during this process. We talk a lot about our physical, well-being, but particularly this time of year, when we're, vulnerable to, thoughts of perhaps loved ones that have passed and other situations in our lives that can be stressful and depressing. It's important to not let the holidays add to that because, as we look at the data in terms of suicide, which is a big problem in this country, the literature is clear that as we get older, the incidents unfortunately go up. But the most recent data shows that men who are 50 and older are the rate of suicide is increasing. So we don't want to go anywhere near anything that's going to add to those stats. And we want to really, particularly at the holidays, because there is such added stress, make sure that we manage it well.
Right. No, absolutely. We were talking about the types of things that have to do with family and more of a social space, but even just financials in general, right? You're getting to the end of the year. We're supposed to be celebrating and doing all of those things, but how did the year end up? Added expenses, all of those things that compile. And oftentimes when you're asked or expected to be celebrating constantly, all of the darker thoughts are living there somewhere, right? You're trying to put on a good face, but the stress can get to you. So I truly understand that.
Yeah, and so what the experts prescribe is a couple of things. One is flip the equation and step back from the day-to-day hustle and think and focus on gratitude and think about the positive things in your life and what you can give gratitude for, because that's a real game changer in terms of giving your life some perspective. It's not all the hustle bustle of what goes on in the holiday season. The other thing is to perhaps set boundaries and to prioritize. Do you have to go to every Christmas party? Do you have to, fulfill this hypothetical masculine agenda that says, we have to have more lights on our house than the neighbor? Whatever the case might be, take a step back, give yourself a break, prioritize your objectives, etc. And then the other side of the thing, of course, is the same advice that we give all the time for everything, and that is to, from a physical standpoint, continue to try to balance your diet, continue to try to eat right. Yes, it's a time of indulgence and overeating and over drinking, but try to keep that within reasonable boundaries and try to stay active. If you've got an exercise program, stick with it as much as you can through the holidays, because that all contributes to your mental well-being.
Oh, I love this. I love this. And in our multiple conversations that we've had, we've talked about being surrounded by loved ones, right? In that time, though this time of year may bring some stress, maybe reaching out to folks and being in rooms with grandchildren, being in rooms with loved ones, calling old friends. Even this is a proper opportunity for you to say, how you doing? What's going on? This might be a good time for us to get together, especially for those of you that are lonely this time of year.
Yeah, well, there's two sides to that equation. The side that you just point out is tremendous, right? We know that our relationships are a great motivator to sustain our healthy habits, right? So connection, particularly intergenerational connections that we talk about all the time, can be very fulfilling, very motivating, and establishing those relationships, particularly connecting with folks maybe haven't seen in a while, are great. On the other side, we know that, at the dining room table, sometimes there are those in the family that perhaps the history is not great. Perhaps there's a pattern of disagreement. Well, of course, stay away from the hot topics.
Right.
try to just let go of those old feelings and make the most of the situation. Again, give gratitude for the fact that you're with friends and family. And even if some of those family members cause a little bit of stress, try to just put that all in perspective.
Oh my God, I agree. I agree. 'Tis the season, as they say, to at
Yes.
least have a little bit of joy. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're doing the things that you need to. But maybe this is an opportunity to set forth an olive branch or two, to help you enjoy this season and get closer to the new year. So I'm super excited about this, and I think that these are helpful tips, for all of us to take into account, but especially the men that you love within your life, just to make sure that they're feeling good this holiday season. There's a lot of things and outside factors that contribute to us all being stressed out. But of course, your advice is always on point. Thank you so much, Louis.
Thank you. Enjoyed it.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so how can people get in touch with you? How can they follow, fan, and like you, as I like to say?
On social media, of course, it's at Louis Bezich. And on my website, 50plusmen.com, like over my shoulder, you can see what's going on in my world of men's health.
I love it. It's that simple, guys. Get in touch with my dear friend this holiday season and beyond. He has all the information that you need in order for you to live a better life. From all of us here at This Is It TV, I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and we will see you soon. Take care.